What's going on, Libra? How are you doing? Hope you're doing super well. This is the Autistic Mystic, and this is going to be a reading for the month of June 2023. So in this reading, Libra, we're going to take a look at your overall general energy, some things you don't see coming, and also get some advice from your angels and spirit guides, and so much more for you, Libra, regarding the month of June. So before we begin this reading, as always, I do want to take a moment to let you know that you are very welcome here in this space with me as we go through this reading, Libra, and I really do appreciate you in advance for taking the time to check this reading out. Now, if this general reading happens to resonate with you, Libra, definitely smash that like button, subscribe down below if you have not already for future updates. I would also really appreciate that over here, Libra, more than you know. But with that being said, let's go ahead and pull the energy now and see what it is that wants to come through for you, Libra, for the month of June 2023. As always, I would like to thank the angels, the interdimensional beings, and the spirit guides who are overseeing this act of divination for the sign of Libra. Let's go ahead and see what we got here for you, Libra. I feel like there's a really deep upgrade going on for you. What I'm getting from Spirit right away, Libra, is there's some very deep upgrade that is going to happen here for you in June, but it's almost going to be a little bit of a rocky road, okay? It's going to be a little bit of a rocky road here. Let's go ahead and see what we got going on here. Wow. Well, with that being said, before we get into the tarot, let's go ahead and start this reading off with some pre-shuffled oracle cards, some messages from the universe for you, Libra. First energy we have is Krishna, devotion here. So something about devotion the universe is bringing to your attention. Trust your spiritual guidance. Your commitment has been recognized and you are loved unconditionally. So the universe wanted to give you that, Libra. Now, there is something here about choosing love over fear and acting from your soul. And this card is really about you choosing, because there's something about justice. There's a lot of karma. There's something about unresolved karma that may be bubbling to the surface, definitely in your life, Libra. And there's something here about choosing what is right for everyone involved. As you know, as many of you know, Libra is the deliverer of karma. And there's something about karma in June for you. So some sort of energy is going to be coming up for you, and it's up to you how you want to dish out that karma, but it's almost deeper than that, and we're going to have to see as we go along. Now, on a more practical level, I am getting devotion here. A lot of you, there's going to be an opportunity for you to devote your energy to someone, whether this is a business partner or a lover. For a lot of you, there is an opportunity for you to move into a loving, if you're single, or even if you're just moving it to the next level, there's something about a slow, new romantic relationship that is coming in for you. That's an opportunity. There is an opportunity for you to go slow with it, though, for some sort of reason. We'll see in a moment why. But we have Krishna here. Now you also have Lady Portia, divine order. Do what you feel is right. An important lesson is unfolding, and this is really to do with karma once again here, Libra. You know, she is the Lord of karma as well. So recognize like the impact of your own judgments here in June here. So there's some sort of really big lesson having to do with karma and potentially having to do with the result of your past actions is almost going to be revealed to you. But now it's not that simple though, Libra. With Lady Portia here, what I'm getting is definitely, like, instead of punishing bad behavior, there's something about honoring where someone is coming from. Now, many of you will understand this concept because you're a Libra, but if you look at like the justice system, especially in the United States where I'm from, it's completely backwards, because what we do is like we basically make criminals worse because we don't come from respect. We don't come, and this is going to apply to some sort of work situation, love situation, family situation, or just your own soul. So I hope you're listening. There's something about like we make criminals worse by like shaming them, punishing them, instead of trying to like meet them from where they are, right? If you're dealing with someone who's like some sort of like psychotic patient, you don't try to like gaslight them. You don't try to convince them that their psycho world is not real. You meet them from their reality, and that's the only way that you can pull them out of the psychoness. And there's something to do with that with you and someone, or it has to do with your own, potentially for some of you, your own like meeting yourself halfway. So it's interesting, all this stuff about justice coming out. Now, there is something about really admitting a deeper truth to yourself, Libra, about this Lady Portia card. What I'm getting, Libra, is if you made choices that weren't for your highest good, or if you made choices that weren't for the highest good of all, admit it. For some of you, and for a lot of you, even if for some of you it's going to be minor, for others of you it's going to be major. In June 2023, there's something about releasing guilt, releasing karma, and it has to do with you really thinking about how you treated someone. Maybe you could have acted from more of a space of love. Maybe you created an enemy out of someone that was really hurting on the inside. I am getting that. So maybe you shunned someone. Maybe this is in the past, maybe it's happening now. There's something about you shunning someone. There's something about you, once again, just not giving someone the time of day when you knew you should have. And it's coming back to you. And for some of you, once again, it's minor. For others of you, it's major. For some of you, this has to do with your children. Some of you, it has to do with some sort of weird love situation. So through this honesty, Libra, of that, it's about releasing karmic bonds and anchors, and like learning from this situation. There's something about you releasing karma, and if you made a mistake, admit it. Because there's something about you trying to bury karma. There's something about you trying to bury karma. And for some of you, it's going to be minor. For some of you, this is going to have to do with your career. For others of you, this is going to have to do with relationships. So there's something about that. If you can reflect, I wish I had handled it. Don't try to bury it. Honor it. Because you have the justice card here. Lady Portia is something about justice. And some of you may lose a legal case, but it will reveal a lesson to you. For others of you may win a legal case. Whatever you're dealing with, Libra, something is coming up from the past, or some sort of new thing. I'm telling you, it's what it is. So there's an opportunity to go slow here and not run away from this. Now you also have Archangel Michael. So the universe is sending you a lot of spiritual support at this time due to this intense situation. You have Archangel Michael trusting heaven. Your angels stand close, so stay calm. You are protected. Surrender your concerns and allow a miracle. There's just a lot of, Libra, there's a lot of spiritual support coming your way here, okay? From the situation. There's something about you releasing some sort of karmic anchor from the past, and it has to do with you, once again, maybe you made an enemy out of someone when you could have been more understanding. And maybe some sort of weird thing is being blown up in your face this month. For some of you, this is going to be a legal situation. For others of you, it's just going to be more about the way you handled it. Something you're not happy about the way you handled it. For some of you, you're still in denial about that. For others of you, you're going to finally admit that. And it's going to really excel you forward. No matter who you are, that's what it is. And for some of you, you're not I'm not going to get too ahead. Now, let's get into the tarot. Your opportunity, Libra, for June 2023 is the Knight of Pentacles. The Knight of Pentacles is a really slow, methodical, calculative energy about doing the dirty work, about not being afraid to set long-term goals. And for a lot of you in a career sense, definitely with Krishna here in a more practical sense, your opportunity is very practical in nature, right? The Knight of Pentacles takes no shortcuts. They do everything the right way. They may not get the results immediately, but they will get the results at a certain point. And so maybe some sort of earthy energy. Now, for a lot of you, this has to do with relationships. For a lot of you, this has to do with there is someone very much interested in you in love. If you're a single Leo, some of you may be connecting with Leo in love. If you're a single Libra out there, there is going to be an opportunity for love in June. Some of you have not met this person yet. Some of you have. But the opportunity would be to take it slow. I know I flipped out maybe 2 readings ago, and I was like, when the synchronicity you were looking for showed up on the bus, and I was like, kind of like, I was doing it in a completely different way. There's something about you can take your time this month in love. Don't be afraid to take your time this month in love, but don't miss the bus altogether. Make sure that you don't take a crap on the back of the bus. Make sure that you're at least aware of the synchronicity, and make sure you're also aware. Make sure, once again, there's something you don't want to see about your karma. There's something about you're like, oh, well, that was just a bad person, so I'm justified in the way I treated them. And maybe you are, for you. But maybe from a universal perspective, it could have jammed things up. And now you're getting some sort of I'm getting majorly minor perspective. Majorly minor perspective. Good luck translating that one. Can you be more specific, please? Now, your challenge is the Queen of Cups. Many of you may be struggling with some sort of intense emotional issue in your life. Many of you as well, I'm getting this as a download, you may be quick to overlook your own. Now, I'm not going to go too deep with this one for some reason. We're going to see when we clarify. The Queen of Cups, you may be quick to, the Queen of Cups in your challenge is someone who overlooks the shortcomings of others. It's like the typical mother who can like overlook the shortcoming of her children and is very idealistic. There's something coming through about that. In your challenge, there's someone new interested in you in love. Here, you may be apt to ignore red flags, and so make sure that although you don't want to completely shut someone out where there's potential for love, don't just completely go to the other end of the spectrum where you're completely idealizing someone. Once again, Knight of Pentacles and your opportunity, be realistic. And if this is not to do with relationships, some of you are just having, because of some sort of karmic situation, something about your past actions is going to be revealed. It's going to hit you deep in the heart here. Don't beat yourself up, but honestly take accountability. There's something about you're going to be overly emotional. You're going to be, for some of you, you're going to be very emotional. If it's not that, there is something here about, you're like SpongeBob in a boat, and you're like, yeah, we can just buff out those scratches. It's like, no, Libra, we can't just buff out those scratches. There's something about don't try to shove stuff in the closet. Some of you may be coming out of the closet. It's not for all of you, but some of you, there could be something around that. I am getting that. For others of you, it's a karmic thing. It's some sort of decision that you made to shun someone. It's coming to light. It's showing you, hey, maybe this person really hurt you. Maybe they hurt you, but what if you acted differently? Things would be different for the universe now. I'm just telling you that is what I'm getting. But the Queen of Cups in your challenge is a lot of you are going to be, because you are so hurt by a situation, you're going to basically feel justified. You're going to feel justified to not be loving. And the Queen of Cups in your challenge, especially for those of you dealing with that, there's something about, you not being loving enough to a situation. Once again, the scales of justice, choosing once again, with all this Lady Portia, Divine Order, Krishna, choosing what is right for everyone involved, Libra, not just your protective ego that's trying to survive. This is about soul work, getting out of the ego and getting into the soul this month for you. I don't know what it is, but it is what it is. And it's very deep, and there's karma here. And I'm not saying you don't have to be scared. You don't have to be scared. You know why you don't be scared? Because Archangel Michael is here. I'm here. Legions, go. Leave me alone for a little bit. Go help Libra with this, please. And so you're good, you're protected, you're safe. I want you to know that, you're safe. You're physically safe. This is not an issue of safety for 99% of you out there. This is an issue of, I'll show you. Well, I'm getting a lot of stories. When it comes to your overall general energy here, Libra, you have the Three of Swords, you have the Justice card, and you have the Knight of Wands here. The Knight of Wands here, okay? For a lot of you here with this energy, there's some sort of heartbreak that's coming to the surface here that is meant to restore karma into your life. It's going to happen in a myriad of ways, so you must be ready for it. Now, for a lot of you, this has to do with you being in and out, or it has to do with the Knight of Wands here is someone who's very flighty, in and out. A lot of you, there's going to be justice restored into your life so that you can then finally go out on a quest. Once again, for a lot of you, this has to do with admitting, oh, I messed this up. And a lot of you think if you admit, oh, I messed that up, I didn't act for the best, I acted for my own best interest. Maybe I slipped out of the Libra for a second and I went into that Aries polarity and I acted for me. Because once again, just because you're Libra doesn't mean you're ascended and you have wings. You draw from the other polarity sometimes too. And that's what I'm feeling you did. And there's something about if you can admit to, okay, I didn't act from the best interest of all, it's going to set you free. That anchor, that karma, whatever it is, Because there's almost something like it's happened in the past. It's almost in the past now. I'm giving you free Reiki right now. Did you feel that? I know you did. And so there's something here about like, just be real. Once again, Knight of Pentacles, be realistic. Let yourself cry. Because when you do that, you're going to be set free. You're not going to be bound to it. If you try to deny, if you try to suppress, what happens? What you resist persists. The biggest joke is if you ever want to get on an airplane, if you ever want to take a flight to a new country, all you got to do is have a massive fear or phobia of airplanes. Your resistance will draw it to you. There's something about your resistance. You were letting go of resistance. Now, for some of you, I'm going to be honest. It's either that someone was in and out with, and roles can be reversed here, but there's something about the Knight of Wands is an in and out energy. Like, and the Justice card and the Three of Swords. For some of you here, the reason why you're being called to take it slow, the opportunity is the Knight of the Knight of Pentacles. The challenge is, remember, there is new love coming. For a lot of you here, don't enter into something too quick because you might get burned. You might not understand who someone really is. Now, for a lot of you though, this issue is, once again, karma has to do with the past. Justice has to do with the past. There's some sort of issue coming into your consciousness that you're going to be made aware of. A lot of you are going to deny it. You're not even going to go in this train that I'm saying. A lot of you will own up to it and you then will release it. But what I'm telling you here, Libra, with the Knight of Wands, perhaps some of you slipped into that Aries polarity where you said, you know what, I can see it from their perspective, but nah, screw that. No. And what I'm getting from that is if you know you messed up and you know you did something that is usually uncharacteristic of you, it was meant to happen from a higher level. It was meant that you were meant to learn this lesson. So you can run from the lesson and you can have it repeat if you want, or you can admit and you can learn and you can move on, like the Libra that you are, okay? Because I know you can do that. Once again, some of you this is going to be minor, some of you this is going to be major. A lot of you know exactly what I'm talking about and you're already crying. And so, when it comes, Libra, to what you don't see coming, once again, not wanting to look at it. You have the Five of Cups, you have the Two of Swords, and you have the Temperance card when it comes to what you don't see coming. A lot of you here, to keep it more practical before we go into the karmic thing, there's something here about a new love, the opportunity, the person who is coming in for you, by the way, I'm getting is a very grounded energy. They could be an earth sign. The person who's coming in, who's going to present you with a love opportunity, they could be very like, there's something about you pushing it away before it even starts though, Libra. And that's what I was harping on before. The first thing coming through is the Two of Swords, the Five of Cups, and the Temperance card, and what you don't see coming. You saying no to love because you're so afraid of experiencing negative emotion. You pushing love away before you even give it a chance. You're shooting yourself in the foot before you even get going with this new person. Because someone's coming in, they're grounded, they're not going to rush with you, but you're not even going to let it get going. And so some of you, there's a real risk of letting the past, and this is why it's so important to admit to something. I hope you're paying attention, Libra, because what's coming through right now is if you don't kind of go through this karmic cleanse that you're meant to by really going into your emotions, by allowing yourself to feel bad, by allowing yourself to feel like, okay, maybe I could have made a different choice, instead of denying and being, no, they're the bad man, or they're the bad woman, or whatever it is, then that energy is going to be messing up every single relationship with you, because you're going to be, oh, they're doing that, and you're just so unconscious, I'm just sorry. And so the Two of Swords is the centerpiece to your reading. You're really looking at something you don't want to look at. It's a very painful month for you. At the same time, if you can move through it with grace, it can open up this new love for you. It can open up a new relationship for you, potentially with an earth sign. If it's not that, then it's just going to, once again, release that anchor and help you move forward in your career with Krishna here. And you're meant to have new love. That's why the Justice is here. The universe is hungry to give you a new partner. The universe is hungry to help you advance in your career. The universe is hungry to release you of karma, but it's a two-way street. Can you meet me halfway in the Atlantic Ocean on Island of Man A for you? What the hell is that? Libra A. Okay. Maybe some of you need to listen to that song. I put my heart to the limit, and this is where I stay. But are you sure you should stay there? God. Lord, save me. So then you have in your advice, you have the Three of Pentacles, you have the Hierophant, and you also have the Ten of Swords. Libra. In your advice, you have the Three of Pentacles, you have the Hierophant, and you also have the Ten of Swords here. There's something about the way in which you approach collaboration and commitment that needs to come to an end. There's something about, once again, your challenge is the Queen of Cups. Some of you don't want to be vulnerable. Some of you are so afraid of being hurt again because you were burned in the past that the universe is saying, Libra, if you try to just kind of remain in your own isolated bubble, you can do that. But then you're not going to learn some sort of lesson. But for some of you, it's more... So the Three of Pentacles advice is collaborate with other people. Enter into some sort of commitment. For some of you, this absolutely has to do with your career. This has to do with learning the necessary skills with passion and then becoming a leader in your own right and letting something else come to an end. For me, just to give you a concrete example of this, this has to do with your career. I'm completely obsessed with astrology right now. Like, I could have never seen this coming. And so it's actually disturbing other things that I do, other routines, but it's something that I have to bring to an end so that I can have a new commitment. So in the coming months to years, because I'm not in a rush with it, you will see in astrology, me doing astrology. Maybe not soon because I don't cut corners. And even though I know I'm a beast at it already, just off the natural talent, I'm not doing that. I'm taking my time with it. But there's something with you, either love commitment or Libra, there's ending the way that you commit or being courageous to commit. But it's not going to happen for a lot of you until you, instead of punishing someone else's bad behavior, you say, oh, how could I have behaved differently? Or instead of punishing because some of you, I have it reversed. I just got a download. Some of you are giving me the benefit of the doubt, listening to this reading, piecing it together. God bless you, Libra, because sometimes I'm Aries and I think I know how everything works and I don't. But what I'm telling you is that there's something here about, I just had it and I went into a rant and I slipped it away. There's something here about instead of punishing, if it's not someone else's bad behavior, a lot of you are punishing your own bad behavior, but you need to honor yourself involved. It's okay to make mistakes. A lot of you made a bad choice that led to bad karma in the present moment, whether this has to do with financial, relational, spiritual, health issue, whatever. It's something for all of you. Don't punish your own bad behavior or don't punish someone else's bad behavior. Make the right choice for everyone involved. But there is this love thing. It's very practical. Someone's interested in you in love. I just think you got so much going on. It's either you got so much else going on to do with some sort of massive karmic reveal that you're like, listen, I would love to, but I can't right now. That's understandable. Maybe work through the karma before you give this new person a shot. The other camp of you, though, Libra, there's something here about you being so afraid of commitment. And that's what I told you about the crap on the bus. That's why I flipped out on you. I'm sorry. I'm Aries, Mercury in 29 degrees. I can't help it. I'm a provocateur. It's what I do. If you don't want that, then I'm sorry. Maybe I'm not the reader that you should listen to, but I know you like it. Anyway. Okay, so why is the Knight of Pentacles here in your opportunity, Libra? Why is it your opportunity for June? No. Two, please. Why is the Knight of Pentacles here for Libra in your opportunity? Hey Libra, look me in the eyes. Look me in the eyes, man. I'm not making this stuff up. The Knight of Pentacles in your opportunity is the Nine of Cups in reverse, and then you have the Eight of Pentacles upright, and you also have the Hierophant here. So once again, there's something about working towards commitment, once again, for a lot of you, this is a slow movement, methodical thing to your work that's going to upset you emotionally in the short term. What I'm getting from this right off the bat, the Nine of Cups upright is someone feeling really emotionally good. It's good for you individually. The Nine of Cups in reverse, there's an opportunity. If this has to do with work, then there's an opportunity for you to work really hard at your thing, because the opportunity is the Hierophant and the Three of Pentacles, and then your advice is the Hierophant and The Hierophant in the Three of Pentacles is your advice. The Hierophant in the Eight of Pentacles is your opportunity. That's Spirit saying the same thing, Libra. Work hard, don't rush it. Move forward towards career in a slow, methodical way. Don't cut corners, you'll thank yourself later. Learn the skill before you. I could easily go on and be like, hey, it's my astrology channel. Hoopla, I'll give you a reading, and I could just do that. I don't do that. I don't do that, and that's why you listen to me. But here's the thing. With that being said, if this is about work in the Knight of Pentacles, there's an opportunity for you to maybe don't feel so good about it. You have to be the student before you can become the master. And once again, the master learns from the students more than the students learn from the master. Do you understand that when I do these readings, I'm learning more than most of you? Here the ego goes again, but is it ego or is it divine truth that some of you can't handle? I don't know. What I'm trying to tell you is there could be an opportunity for you to feel crappy emotionally. That's why there could be a career move that will make you feel, once again, Queen of Cups in the challenge, Nine of Cups in reverse. Makes you feel worse, but then you'll thank yourself for it later. Work hard. Work. My grandfather told me, I was a 3-year-old kid. I was in his garage and he's like, Austin, work first and play later. And a lot of you are trying to play first and work later, and it just ain't gonna work. You're gonna be back on the bag of Cheetos, Junior. I can't help it. I can't help it. But what I can help you with is this. For a lot of you, this has nothing to do with work. For a lot of you here, Libra, there's something about a commitment that you had in the past, or someone was trying to be committed to you or something, and your opportunity is to admit to a truth. Once again, for some of you, this is going to go back to a marriage that you used to be in. Someone was trying to be committed with you, a boyfriend, something from the past is coming up in June. Your opportunity is to realize that maybe you didn't act in the best accordance for everyone involved, and you maybe acted for yourself, and maybe now it's time for you to work on that truth and for you to realize that I honestly feel like I've said everything I possibly could. Well, that's not true. We could do 5-hour readings if we want. If you want, I'll create some sort of page where we do long format readings. But for now, I'm too obsessed with learning astrology, which is also translating into these readings beneficially if you ask me. I'm not trying to put on something here. I hope you realize that. I really do. So with that being said, I hope that this resonated with you. I hope that it helped you. I also do appreciate all of you checking in with me and say, hey, Mystic, how are you doing? Sometimes I have resistance to that. Today I'm open to it, and I hope that you can take the same example. So thank you. Thank you, ladies.